Hey there, real quick before we begin, you're about to watch a live stream, which means you're really kind of behind the scenes here because these lessons are usually watched in the archives, but you're here for the live taping of them. So if we mess up really bad, we're probably going to chop that out, but you're going to get to see all of our bloopers and mistakes. We'll also chop this off, so no one is going to see this part of the lesson but you. And because you're behind the scenes, you're probably going to ignore my instructions when I say, like, pause the video and go practice or whatever. You can if you want. It's just that everyone in the chat room then will be in different places in the video. That's fine. When you want to join us live again, go down to the bottom of the video, click on the live button, and that should take you straight to where we actually are now. So now here comes the part for everybody else. I'm really glad you're with us. The archives are fine, but my favorite is talking to you live. So see you in the chat room. Welcome back to KidsLearnPianoLive.com. My name is Jamin, and as you can tell from the countdown clock here, the lesson is about to begin. If this is your first time playing piano, welcome. I'm very excited for you. You're going to do great. Hopefully you already received from us the welcome packet in the mail, and maybe you even got started on the Absolute Beginners video pack to teach you the names of the notes and things like that. But if not, that's fine. You'll do great. I'll show you how to play all the notes. And if I'm going too fast for you, you can always pause the video or rewind it and go over the more difficult parts. You can always pause the video or rewind it and go over the more difficult parts. And even if you only learn a little bit of this song and you don't learn the whole thing, you'll still learn enough to help you build skills so you can learn other songs faster in the future. So jump in, give it a try. You're bound to end up at least a little bit better than you even are right now. Throughout the lesson, I may refer to Clopple Academy, and you can check out that link on the website if you want. Basically, it's a program that takes you all the way from learning the names of the notes, the very beginning, through 12 levels of classical and jazz music, through all the skills that you would need to become a professional pianist. So you would learn all the same stuff that you would learn if you're taking regular traditional piano lessons, probably plus a little bit more, but it takes about 5 to 10 years to complete. So you can just try out the first level, see if it's the kind of thing that you like, or if you just care about today's lesson and learning this song, then just ignore all those references and focus on today's lesson. If you're watching this at LearnPianoLive.com, there should be a PDF and an MP3 button right next to this video. The MP3 is a play-along track that you can use to practice more after the lesson, but a lot of students like to print out the PDF right now so they have it during the lesson. Careful, it could be up to like 30 pages, so just find the couple pages that you want and print those out. If you decide not to, that's fine. I'll show you all of the notes on screen as we go through it. And we will be going through 5 different levels of this song that all use the same play-along track. So even if you've never played piano before, you'll still be able to do level 1. And then as we go through level 2, 3, 4, and 5, then when we use that same play-along track, you just keep playing your same version. If you're watching this lesson in the archives and you have a question during the lesson, then feel free to click on that survey button. And at the end of the survey, there's a place for you to ask your question, and I will do my best to get back to you with the answer to that question. But if you're with us live as we're recording this today, then feel free to click on that chat button, and you can talk with all the other students who are logged in during the live lesson. And if you have a question about the lesson, then you can just go ahead and type that into the box that says, Ask Jamin a question, and we will do our best to answer that question live in the lesson. All right, I think that's the end of the boring stuff. I'm ready to learn a song. Stay tuned at the end of the lesson and I'll show you how to win more points and earn more prizes next week. But for right now, let's get this party started.
Welcome back to KidsLearnPianoLive.com. My name is Jamin, and this is the incomparable Kendra.
Guess what? I got to do a really fun music video.
For the song.
It's called Insane. But
Insane, but it's not out yet.
No.
Okay,
But
cool.
it was really fun.
What was fun about it?
There were like dance scenes, and then I got to put on like really crazy makeup.
Okay.
It was very cool.
Makeup and dance
excited.
scenes.
Yes, exactly.
I'm sure it'll be awesome.
Things that make me
glad
happy.
You're excited about it. Yes, absolutely. Well, I'm excited about this week's song because we're doing this is a lot of things. So it's Merrily We Roll Along, but also it's the Looney Tunes theme song, which is what I know it from, and it's also the theme from Merry Melodies, so which is also kind of the same as Looney Tunes. Anyway, the song sounds like this. I'm sure you've heard it before. At full speed, eventually, it'll sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. That song. So you can learn it. It is crazy, crazy fast, but we'll slow it way, way down. I'm going to show you all of the notes one by one. I think I saw Kloppel here earlier. He's going to probably be getting pretty impatient with us because it's kind of a long song. So let me show you the first couple notes of it. And if you don't get the whole song, that's cool, because if you can just start the song, that'll be fun. You need an E to start out with. So to find an E, you're going to take any group of 2 black notes, like those, or those, or those. You're just going to take the note that's on the right, the highest note. You're going to drag it even a little bit higher to that one right there. So that's going to be an E every single time, no matter what group of 2 black notes you use to find it. So that's going to be our E, and we're just going to go from that one, down a note, and down a note, and then back up. So there you go. It's that one, that one, that one, that one, that. So that's the beginning of it. Merrily we roll. Cool. Now, couple different options here. One is anywhere you see these funky symbols right here, you can just play the same notes. So if you wanted to, like if you were in like a beginner piano book, then they would just tell you to play a bunch of E's in a row, and that's cool because they are a bunch of E's in a row. However, this symbol right here, this flat sign, means watch out, there's a flat coming up. And that means instead of playing this E, we're going to play the note that's slightly lower than E, that one, which is known as an E flat, that black note right there. So we're going to play an E first, and then we're going to play an E flat, and then we're going to come back and play this sign right here, means cancel the thing from before. So it's not a flat anymore, it's a natural. So this thing right here is a regular natural E. So an E, and then an E natural, or an E flat, sorry, and then an E natural. Let me say that again, the right way. E natural, E flat, E natural. It's way easier to play than it is to say. It's just that note and then the black note right next to it, and then come back. So we're gonna play E, go down a note, come back up, and then we're gonna play the note right next to it and come right back. So it's kind of like dancing down on white notes and then dancing down on black notes. And that's merrily we roll along. Or if you do all E's at the top and no E flats, merrily we roll along. Both of them, totally acceptable. We're gonna jump down to the C this time. Instead of walking down to the C, So after we play that whole thing, E, D, C, D, E, E flat, E, we're gonna jump to the C. And usually right about now is where students who are like, I can do this, start feeling like, I don't know if I can do this, because we're moving way too fast for absolute beginners. So you're not supposed to try to do the whole entire song. As soon as you feel like, no, wait, I need to practice, then just practice. You can pause the video right here and just practice your thing, or whatever you need to do. You can leave the lesson if you need to. Just get up to the point where you feel like, yeah, that made sense in my head, but my hands can't quite do it yet. And then you just go practice that thing. So if you're live with us, get all the notes that you can, and don't worry about the ones that you miss. And if you're in the archives, press pause right now and practice your section. We're just gonna try that much of it. Merrily we roll along my. Okay, let's try. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, go. Merrily we roll along my. Yeah. Okay, crazy fast, right? Merrily we roll along my. And Kendra, was that the slowed down version?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Give me the full speed version again. How does that sound? Yeah, and then the slowed down version. Yeah, okay, that is the slowed down version. So that just means that we gotta practice it a whole lot before we're ready to go with the track. Anyway, that's fine. Play it all you want without the track. Once you're down to that C, we're gonna come up one note and play a bunch of Ds. They're called Ds, but all you need to really know is you're gonna come up one note from my. So when you're on my, you're gonna come up one note and play that 4 times in a row and say honey and me. That might take you a week's worth of practice right there just to get merrily we roll along my honey and me. Just that much. As soon as possible, try to get that memorized so you don't have to look up at the paper. You can just look down at your hands. That'll really help out too. And then we're gonna start right there and basically do the exact same move, but everything is shifted over by one note. We call this a sequence or a motif. So we're gonna shift everything over by one note and play. It's the exact same move in your hand. So you're starting on this note, you go down twice, come back up, go to the black note, and come back. And then you're gonna skip down, and then play a bunch of the notes that are one note over. This is literally the exact same thing as we played. But we're just, instead of starting with those 3 notes, we're starting with these 3 notes. And the words for that are verily, there's theirs missing right here. The word should be theirs. And if you're in the archives, you already have that. So if you're in with us live and you don't have the word theirs in there, you can just go back later on tonight or in the morning, and the word theirs will be inserted there. Verily, there's no one half as happy as we. Woo! Okay, so this next section looks insane. Like anyone looking at that, even if you are on like level 3 or 4, probably that's terrifying. That's because it looks terrifying. But as is the case with a lot of music, it's not nearly as hard as it looks. It's just these 3 notes right here. So it's a G, and then the black note right next to it, and an A. And you just keep going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. So it's G, just back and forth. So these 3 notes, back and forth. The word twice as poor as mice say what? That's the words with it, and it's just those notes. No. Okay, good news is we're almost done. So this will be our last time through as soon as I show you these notes. So we're gonna play, though we're twice as poor as mice say what? It's pretty fast, but it's just 3 notes back and forth. It's actually technically a G, and then a G sharp, and then an A, and then an A flat, and then a G, and then a G sharp, and then an A, and then an A flat, and then a G. Okay. Saying them out loud is way harder than playing them. So back and forth between those notes right there, the G and the G sharp and the A. And then you're gonna hit a bunch of Ds all in a row. And we already played the D before. It's 1 note lower than the note we started on. So do we care? And then we're gonna do the exact same thing, but instead of punching a bunch of Ds at the end, we're gonna punch a bunch of E's at the end. So, for we've been so wealthy in the love that we share. Okay, now, it looks like, oh no, we've got a whole ton of notes left. We don't really, because you've already played. Ha! that line right there is the same as the first line that we did. So this guy right here is the same as this guy right here. So you already know how to play it by the time you make it down to that part in the song. If you're live with us, you are not down to that part in the song yet because you're still practicing the other lines. But when you get down there, you'll already have that line down. And then all we need is this one right here, A, G sharp A. So it's that one. You're gonna slide over and come right back. And this is the little sidestep thing. Happens a lot in this song. We play a white note, the black note is right next to it. So merrily, we need a D, so that's kind of a big jump. That's kind of an awkward jump. In fact, that's the one I was practicing before the lesson started, is that thing right there. Because my hand really wants to go to a C, but it's not. D, and then one note up from there is an E, and then a couple notes up from there is a G, and this is not going to be a G sharp, this is a G natural. So those are the last notes. A, D, E, G, but the A has a little sidestep on it before we go up. Okay, so all of the notes all together. Again, this is gonna be terrifying. So you just play all the notes that you can. If you're in the archives, press pause right now. Practice up as long as you need to. Maybe come back tomorrow and try this with us. If you're live with us, then know that you're gonna come back to the archives and practice this with us again later. But for right now, get all the notes that you can, even if it's just the very first note, and I'll show you how they're all gonna go. When you come back later, I'll be playing along with you. So this is for me and future you to play along. For right now, just get what you can. Don't worry about the ones you miss. Let's go. 1 and a 2, and 1, 2, ready, go. Merrily we roll along, my honey and me. Verily, there's no one half as happy as we. Though we're twice as poor as mice, we care. For we've been so wealthy in the love that we share. We are for each other's, can we go wrong? Merrily roll along. Yeah. So that'll take a lot of practice, but you get to practice that whenever you want for as long as you need. So send us the video of you playing this song this week, next week, 3 weeks from now, 3 months from now, because you can always send us videos of any song that you're playing. We love to see those. And speaking of, right now, you're going to join us in the Kids Learn Piano Live Theater as Angie3582 plays for us Ain't No Mountain High Enough. Check it out. Way to go, you're awesome. Thanks for sending us your video. And Kendra, tell us what our weekly activity is.
For the interval flashcards activity, print the following pages single-sided and cut into fourths along the lines. Fold each strip in half along the logo. The correct label for each interval will be on the back of each card.
And that's super helpful if you are in Clopple Academy, because that you got to do all those interval things and do them by ear as well. So check that out. And now it's time for a little bit of mailbag.
If you'd like to win an extra 750 points by being the mailbag winner, just fill out the survey at the end of the lesson or send us a message anytime during the week using the contact button at the top of the page.
And this week it's from Crowrocks1800, who says, "Dear Jamin, where does Clopple live?" I've got no idea. I've asked him, and he's like, "Oh, you know," and I don't know. No, I don't know. He spends a lot. Yes, I know that's Penguin for "oh, you know." And so he spends a lot of time in the North Pole and the South Pole, but then of course he's here to hurry our lessons along. So I guess that's it. Wherever it's snowy, and then here to annoy me. That's his job. Well, we got a little bit of stuff to tell you about this song before he jumps in again, and it's a secret. We call it secret information.
Secret information.
And this week, in our top secret folder, the information we have about today's song is... Oh, yeah, okay, so the first thing here is not very many people are going to get this, but this thing right in here, the part that sounds super weird and like floaty aroundy, and if you've been here for very many other lessons, you're like, whoa, that kind of sounds like the whole tone scale. That sounds like the Alice in Wonderland thing there. That thing, that's because it's the Alice in Wonderland thing. It's that whole tone scale. So while we're playing, we are for each other. So while we're playing that part of the whole tone scale, the left hand is going to be playing the other part of the whole tone scale, that. So that's why it sounds like, because it's just all the whole tone scale right in there. So when you get that feeling of, hey, I think that's the whole tone scale, that's because that's the whole tone scale. Next thing. Oh, that's right. All right, so I told you at the beginning of the lesson that this song has a bunch of different names. It's Merrily We Roll Along and stuff. But if you go to like a kid's piano book and you go to the song Merrily We Roll Along, they're not gonna play this song. They're gonna play Mary Had a Little Lamb. Merrily we roll along, roll along, roll along. Merrily we roll along across the deep blue sea, or something like that. That's not how the song goes. That's totally made up. Merrily we roll along is not Mary Had a Little Lamb. But that's just, they're like trying to make it simple for kids who don't know all the secret information. So when you see that in your piano book, you can be like, hey, that's not Merrily We Roll Along. That's actually Mary Had a Little Lamb, and this is Merrily We Roll Along. Okay. Next thing, last thing. Oh yeah, this song at the end. If you feel like, wait a second, that's the theme to Looney Tunes? I think that's really the theme to Disney. That's because it's the theme to Disney. They have the same ending of the song. So this one right here, that thing right there is the same as the ending to any of the Disney movies. So the Disney movies go, oh no, I'll be with you in a second. There we go. When you wish upon a star, you're right here. Dreams come true. That thing that we worked on before. That's dreams come true. That's the same thing as... So, Looney Tunes and Disney both have the same ending to their theme songs. Crazy. Well, that's all the secret information that I have for you, except for who won the raffle. Maybe it was you. Congratulations, Sarah E. Let us know what prize it is that you want this week. And Jones Bands, don't forget to let us know from last week what prize it is that you want. And everybody else, let's level up.
Transitioning to Level 2. This may be confusing to Level 1 students, so please continue to practice the Level 1 version, or visit learnpianolive.com/level2 for a detailed explanation on how to level up.
So sadly, the lesson preview has come to an end, and it's time to say goodbye to everyone watching the free streams. Of course, paying subscribers at learnpianolive.com can continue watching this lesson and several hundred others like it in the archives. So come on over and check us out, and if you like what you saw, at least like and subscribe, and then tell your friends to head on over to learnpianolive.com to start enjoying this journey with us.